But I get it over.
Oh, good. Let me make sure I didn't do anything there. Give her it. All right, so here we are with my patient James. James is here for a follow-up visit. We did a Max Harvest hair transplant procedure on James in 2006. So we're in 2014, which means that's, gosh, 8 years ago.
8 years ago, and it's looking better every day, it seems.
Holy smokes. Now, so tell me a little bit about the background. You've had some procedures in the past. Can you tell me what happened prior to coming in?
Well, I had some procedures done probably about 20 years ago when it wasn't state-of-the-art back then like it is now, and unfortunately it was a pretty botched job. And I decided, well, I'll give it one more try, and I came in, met you, and after that I was convinced that this is something I needed to get fixed.
Can I ask you what you do for a profession?
I'm an attorney.
Okay, so you're an attorney, and you went to how many doctors and you had how many procedures prior to seeing me?
Well, I went to one doctor, but there was at least 3 to 4 procedures over a period of time. And I kept thinking, well, it's going to get better. When I saw the result, I wasn't overly pleased, but I thought, well, maybe I just need to get more grafts done and get it more enhanced and spend more money. And it just kept going on and on, and the hairline was never quite as fine and as inconspicuous as it should have been.
How did it affect you when you were going through the process and you weren't getting the results you were looking for? I mean, how did it affect you with your relationships? How did it affect you personally?
Well, it was frustrating. You know, I was very frustrated at that, but at the same time I continued to be hopeful that eventually I'd find a solution to my hair receding and my hair loss. But after a while I had lost all hope, you know, that I was going to find that remedy.
Okay. And so when you met me, what did I tell you?
Well, first of all, you sat me down and you wouldn't let me leave until you convinced me that this could be fixed. And I was somewhat dubious, but at the same time I listened. I could tell you were very sincere and more than anything very dedicated to what you were doing. And I took that risk, and I'm so thankful because you corrected what I thought couldn't be corrected and improvised on you know, what I thought really there was just no improvement on, and it, you know, I was just absolutely elated after finished.
This is a very common story that happens in my office. Patients go and they go to their local physician, and then they don't get the results that that meet their expectations. And due to the fact that the process is long, it takes a solid year to get a result, they have to go through some hardships and some turmoil. And this particular patient, James, is just mentally strong. But a lot of my patients aren't as strong as he is mentally to overcome a lot of these obstacles. So what happens is when patients have these poor results, it becomes a scarlet letter on their forehead. And it makes it challenging for them to go out socially. They don't want to go to their religious, whether it's church or temple services. They're apprehensive to go out and, you know, meet women if they're single. And it changes their confidence if they're in a relationship. And a lot of times that heartache worrying about their hair causes problems for them, you know, socially. So my question to you is, did you have any of those issues with that stuff? Or?
Well, I did notice that I would become a little more withdrawn, and I also felt, you know, given the fact that I had to publicly speak, that my confidence wasn't quite as buoyed as it should have been. And after I saw you and got the results I was looking for, then I was very much emboldened by that and empowered by that, and I'm so grateful that I did come to you.
you're making my, this is why I do what I do, man. You're making my entire day. And I can't thank you enough for
You're
coming.
doing the right, you're in the right calling, trust me.
Thank you very much. It means the world to me to hear you say that. So I'm going to just show your before pictures. So this is when we did his procedure. This is the day of his procedure. As you can see here, he had this straight, kind of unnatural looking hairline. This is what I see with a lot of doctors who, how do I put this nicely, aren't as artistically inclined. And so a lot of times we'll see these very unnatural looking hairlines, and they're very detectable to the natural eye. I'm going to have you just kind of turn that way. Now if you notice that we're kind of sweating a little bit, my AC went out actually today, so we're not nervous in front of the camera. He's just being a good sport and letting me show everything. So I want you to look in the camera. I want you to kind of, for the camera to see this straight line here. Then I want you guys to take a look here at my patient James's hairline, and you'll notice how nice and soft and natural that is. I was able to do that in one procedure for him. So the great news for all my patients that have these poor results that they're not happy with, they're easily correctable, and I don't want you to worry too much. Now the other thing, I'm going to just spin you back around here because I want to show you the other side if I may. The other thing that happens to my patients is they get these poor scars. So a lot of times in the back of their head they get these large unsightly scars. Here's his other side I want you to take a look at. You'll notice how it's nice and soft and natural that is. And it's completely undetectable to the eye because it looks like his own natural hair. Because what we're doing is we're using his natural hair to soften up the imperfections that was left from his previous procedure. Now I'm just going to kind of just turn you around here because I want to show the suture lines. And so I'm just going to spin you here. Good job. Need a little WD-40 on that bad boy. Okay. So he had some really kind of large unsightly scars back here, but what I did is I went through and I grafted them. If you can look back here, this was a big huge chunk scar that was wide open. So what I did is I grafted this. So you can see how that doesn't look as big and unnatural, like a big scar anymore. So it just looks like natural hair. I filled that in, and then what I was able to do was I was able to go above that. You can see this little line here. In order to get him more hair, and then I took some of those grafts to help camouflage that suture line and make that so he can go in the shower or into the pool and nobody can see that. Back here what we did is we created, I'll kind of show my before again. Yeah, my poor patient's sweating here, I'm torturing him for you guys. So he had a thin crown. We went through here and we built this beautiful spiral back here, which looks just perfectly natural, blends in with his existing hairs, and he has what I like to call a perfect result. And I'm going to spin you around here, and I'll let you style your hair since you're on camera so you don't look crazy here. Alright, here we go, let me set you out because you're on camera, let's make sure you look perfect. This guy's a superstar attorney here, we can't make him not look perfect. So anyways, I'm super pleased for you. The result, I mean, it's on the money. You look amazing. Couldn't be happier for you.
Well, I couldn't be happier either, and I appreciate you and I appreciate your expertise and the artist in you.
Thank you so much, man. Well, I appreciate you coming in. Thank you
Absolutely.
very much for everything. And as you know, if there's ever anything I can do for you, our door is always open here.
Awesome.
Awesome, man. Thanks very much for doing this video.
Thank you.
Oh, one last thing. Did I pay you to do this video?
No, you did not.
Okay.
not.
I asked that now. As you notice on all of my videos, I'm asking every patient that.
No, I wanted to do it. I voluntarily wanted to do it because I want to get the word out about how good you really are.
Thank you, brother.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much. That means the world to me. Awesome. Awesome. Let's see if I can